Welcome to Fulfill's School Garden Network series. Today, we will be learning how to plant our garden. We will better understand the difference between planting seeds and seedlings and how to correctly water our garden. A few things you'll need in today's lesson are gloves, a small shovel, a watering can, some labels, and a tape measure or ruler. In the previous lesson, we learned the basics of what plants need to survive. Now that we have all of those main ingredients, we can begin to speak about putting these seeds or seedlings into the garden. Seeds versus seedlings. From the beginning, each plant begins as a seed, but will transform into a seedling. Take a look at the difference between seeds and seedlings. See the difference? Not only do they look extremely different, as gardeners, we handle seeds and seedlings differently. Some plants like to be planted as a seed, such as arugula, cucumbers, and radishes, whereas tomatoes and peppers like to be planted as seedlings. Seed packets or plant guides will help us decide things like plant depth, spacing, and maturity. These items come into effect when using both seeds and seedlings. Seeds and seedlings also need different types of sunlight. Seeds need the sunlight for warmth, whereas seedlings need to begin the process of using the sun for food. Watering. Before we demonstrate how to correctly plant seeds and seedlings, let's talk about how to properly water. Seeds will need a different amount of water than seedlings. Water them with a gentle mist each day. Seedlings need a deeper watering pattern. Gently soak the soil around the plant and allow for the soil to dry before watering deeply again each day. As plants develop, water as needed by gently soaking the soil around the plant 6 inches below the earth. Avoid overwatering after a rainfall. So let's use what we've learned today by planting and watering some vegetables. We are going to concentrate on head lettuce, Swiss chard, and radishes. Head lettuce and Swiss chard will be transplanted, whereas radishes will be seeded directly into the soil. First, the seedlings. Let's start out by watering the seedlings gently. Then, by looking at a seed packet or reference guide, find out the proper spacing. Once you've found your location, you'll begin to make a hole in the soil. The hole should be a small amount larger than the root ball. Plant the seedling in the hole and lightly fill in the soil around the root and up to the base of where the stem begins. Gently water one more time. Lastly, label your vegetable. Let's repeat this with the Swiss chard so you have more practice. Ready? Water. Look at the seed packet. Dig a hole and plant. Gently water again. And lastly, label. Let's gather up the radish seed. You can keep the seeds in the seed packet or pour them into a small cup to help you with this method. Reference the seed packet or guide first. Notice that we will be using both the spacing and the depth numbers with this method. Make a shallow trench in the soil to the correct depth your seed packet says. Begin to sprinkle or place your seeds at the spacing that it says on your seed packet. Very lightly cover your seeds with soil to the level around it and do not pack down that soil. Mist or gently water the area. Be sure not to overwater as your seeds could run away with that water. Lastly, label the area. Congrats! You've made it through today's lesson. Thanks for sticking around and learning in Fulfill's School Garden Network series. Hopefully you have learned enough to get started in your garden and continue on to the next lesson of harvesting.